Hello Nintendo Wii here and welcome back to Let's Play Retro Games. Today I'm going to be talking all about my favourite Christmas gaming memories, and hopefully you guys have some brilliant memories too that you can share with me. So leave all your Christmas comments down below. This is going to age me a bit. We start off in 1998, possibly 1999, and the first present that really got me excited and is one of the reasons why I'm doing YouTube today, and that is the Talk Boy. I don't think many kids would have done this back then, but I kind of was doing my own podcast before podcasts were a thing, and it would be so amazing if I found out these old tape cassettes. That's dating me as well. So I used to actually record game soundtracks using the Talk Boy and talk in between the tracks to announce what was coming up next. No one ever heard it, but I really had a lot of fun doing that. And from there it went on to talking in front of a camera and eventually broadcasting myself to the world for everyone to see me ramble on about games for some unknown reason. So yeah, if it wasn't for getting the Talk Boy back in 1998, I wouldn't be here today telling you about these amazing Christmas memories. Santa was very kind and got me a Virtual Boy. They had already been discontinued by this point, but I was such a huge Nintendo fan, even back then, I must have been going on about it all year. I remember on our old home computer I was actually making PowerPoint presentations about the Virtual Boy. Completely red slide, nothing but red and black text, all these pixelated graphics from the dial-up internet that we had back then. I was super excited to get the Virtual Boy, and I even said I was going to take the Virtual Boy in the car. That didn't really end well. I'm sure you guys know how awkward it is even to use the Virtual Boy on a table, but I really love the system, and ever since that day at Christmas it's been one of my favourite underrated systems. So here's a bit of a funny story. Obviously, as a kid you try and find your Christmas presents before Christmas. I was rooting around for my Christmas presents, as you do, and I found them under my parents' bed. There was 2 N64 games, they weren't even wrapped up, so it must have been quite early looking for my presents. And they were, imagine how excited I got when I saw this, Banjo-Tooie and Jet Force Gemini. I remember my sister was also rooting around and she found one of her presents as well. And instead of pretending that we didn't find them, the first thing I did was grab the games and run downstairs to show my parents. I was like, oh my god, look what I've found! These are what I asked for Santa, so what are they doing under your bed? And I think they just laughed at me, and my mum's so nice. She actually put the games behind her back like that and she said, left or right? So I picked left, Jet Force Gemini, and she said, you can have it now. So I got the game about a month early, so I was super excited and I knew what to look forward to on Christmas Day as well. So that was an amazing gaming memory from 2001 possibly, and I'm sure all you guys have done it, so don't try and deny that you haven't been mooching around for your Christmas presents. So the year after that, I remember it was the year after that because it was 2002 and I'd just started secondary school. And for Christmas, I was already a bit of a retro gaming freak even back then, and I'd asked for the Sega Dreamcast. And I was super excited on Christmas Day when I unboxed it, got the Dreamcast, got 2 controllers, got Choo Choo Rocket obviously, but I got a few other games as well. I was so excited when I opened it up. The first game, Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast, an amazing game. By that point I'd already played Sonic Adventure 2, so I was really excited to go back and play the original on the original system. Sonic Adventure 2 was one of my favourite games of all time back then, and I absolutely loved playing through the original Sonic Adventure. Not only that, also with the Dreamcast I got Soul Calibur, which is one of the best fighting games of all time, and one of the only fighting games that I'm actually good at, so I was very excited to get that. And saving the best till last, I'd been reading about this game for years beforehand. I knew how much of a big deal it was to Sega fans, and I was so excited to finally play Shenmue. And obviously I went on later to get Shenmue 2, but these 3 games plus Choo Choo Rocket and a few others, but I can't really remember, and a Dreamcast, 2 controllers, what an amazing Christmas that was. Even though the system had been discontinued and none of my friends were really interested, they were just like, why do you want that when you can get a PS2? I was like, no, Dreamcast's where it's at, and I absolutely love the Dreamcast even to this day. So that's a brilliant memory. So we're skipping ahead to 2005. And a Christmas tradition that we had in our household was we'd usually get a small present on Christmas Eve as sort of a Christmas Eve present and to build up the excitement of Christmas Day. But this year was a bit different. The Christmas Eve present, I didn't realise at the time, but it wasn't just a little present, it was the brand new Gameboy Micro. I was so excited. I'd been looking at it in magazines and stuff. What an amazing system this is. And to get it as a Christmas Eve present, not even my full present, I was just mind blown at the time. I got the Game Boy Micro and I got Banjo Pilot, that's it. Not the best game ever. It's sort of pointless being in a plane when the entire game is flat. But I'll get into that another time. It's still okay, but getting the Game Boy Micro was an amazing present and a complete surprise to me. I did not expect that. And I used to take it to school and play Pokemon Emerald because you could play it one-handed, because you just have to set L to A, and then I was just sitting under the table playing Pokemon Emerald in maths class, but don't go telling anyone that either. 2006, so we're getting a bit more recent now. The Wii had just been released, and obviously I went to pick it up on launch day, but I only got 2 games with it, obviously Wii Sports and Zelda Twilight Princess. So as you can imagine, for Christmas all I'd asked for was Wii games. So I got Wii Play, I got Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz, which is one of my favourite games on the Wii even to this day. I love the Super Monkey Ball games, but they did go downhill after that. Got a few other launch titles for the Wii. So excited to play that. It was like a brand new concept in gaming, the Wii was back then. I'm sure if you were around back then you remember just how much of a big deal it was. So that was a really exciting Christmas, and to get all my friends and family round and to play the Wii with them as well, it was really, really fun. So that was a great Christmas for me, and I really remember that one very fondly. Now we're going to skip forward a few more years again. Now we're in 2010, and I can't show you the box because my microphone's standing on it at the minute, but this was a complete surprise to me. As you know, I'm always a Nintendo gamer at heart, but I have had all the PlayStation consoles. At that time, up until the PS2, I didn't actually have a PS3, so I was very excited on Christmas Day to get a PS3 and a whole load of games for it, and some money, so I actually went out on Boxing Day and went to Game and bought even more PS3 games. So I was really, really excited. I remember on Christmas Day I had it on the big TV downstairs playing Child of Eden. Nintendo Wii now has a PS3 as well. That game is amazing. I love Rez on the Dreamcast and the PS2, and Child of Eden is just more of the same, but even better, even bigger graphics. It's got music by Genki Rockets, one of my favourite video game bands, thanks to No More Heroes. But yeah, so excited to get the PS3. Also got the PS3 version of Eternal Sonata, which is a great game. And actually from this point on, I think all my Christmases I have done a YouTube video about, so you can go back on my channel, and from 2009 or 10 onwards you can actually go and see what I got. So I won't mention too much more since then, but there is one more thing I wanted to mention, and that was, I think in 2013 or 14, my girlfriend got me something very, very exciting, something I'd wanted for a long time. I actually wanted it back when these 2 games came out, but I wasn't allowed because I wasn't old enough at the time, and my mum was one of them people who really, really sticks to the age ratings in games. I was so excited when I opened this up. I did not expect this. The prices have just been skyrocketing recently, and it's gone up even more since then. Conker's Bad Fur Day, complete in box, instructions, game, the whole lot. I absolutely love this game. It's one of the funniest games that I've ever played. It's really, really great, and I remember for Christmas that year I'd gone back up to her house up in Wales and we played the entire way through the game, and I've played it several times since. I absolutely love it. So thank you very much for watching. That was just some of my gaming Christmas memories. As I said at the start, please share your memories down in the comments and share the Christmas joy. I'm really excited for this year and I can't wait to see what I've got. Don't forget my game's out now, so go and check that out on iOS and Android. I'll put a link in the description along with everything else. Pledge to me on Patreon if you enjoy these videos, if you want to see them early. 2 people have done that so far, so I'm really, really grateful for you two. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.